My name is Rod, and I want to make a quick video on the Analyze tab in Thinkorswim. So I'm gonna be creating a diagonal spread slash money press to for a quick trade to analyze, and this is gonna be for the ETF XLE. So I'm just gonna create a diagonal spread here. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna select the let's see what this is. Okay, this is 50 here, so I'm gonna select this weeklies to sell that, and I'm gonna also select some protection here in June. This is gonna be maybe this protection over here, so I'm gonna buy that one. Okay, and then I'm gonna right click on the trade and I'm gonna analyze trade. So you see this chart over here, and this is strange. So you see a lot of lines and stuff like that, but I promise this is gonna make sense in a second. So this is the profit and losses here. Something below zero is a loss, and above zero is a win. And this is the stock price from 65 to 87, and the stock or the ETF is trading at 76 to 13 right now. I'm gonna just go ahead and select here a single line, so we get the other one out of the way and just focus on one. And I want to go ahead and select set slices, and I'm going to set this to break-even point. So the slices, this area over here is going to show you a specific price in this chart, and it's going to show you, well, the delta, the gamma, the thetas, all of that, but it's going to, most importantly, it's going to show you the P&L. The P&L is when at this price, this is going to be your profit and losses. So if I, for example, take this 76.00 and I go below this, you can see that I lose money. If I go above this 81.18, then I lose more money. So just setting the slices to the break-even point is going to give me the point when I start losing more money. If I go in the direction inside this area over here, then I'm making some money. And actually I can just break even there, and I can add a new one, for example, and I can organize that by price. So you can see here the upper band, lower band, and then the middle one, this middle one is, I can just move this freely. So from this area, I will be making money. Now, the percentages that you see here are the probabilities that the price is going to be in this area. And this is Thinkorswim algorithms to calculate this, and it does it with this date over here. This date over here is the probability date, and it has to be at expiration, depending on what you are on what you are analyzing. In this case, I'm analyzing a put that this spread is supposed to be sold, or needs to be covered, actually, because this is short position. It should be covered next Friday. So that, or the expiration of this put is going to be next Friday. So I'm setting that here. This is usually set up automatically. Sometimes it's just set up to the next day. This is going to be Saturday, but I'm just gonna set it to Friday here. So that is what it is. This is the risk graph. Now, what else can you do with this thing? This is gonna be changing all the time. Any change in volatility, any change in the stock price is gonna change this chart. And some of the things that we want to look into is what's gonna happen if you move ahead in the future. So this is again for today. Some of the things, or as I was saying, anything that changes the implied volatility, the stock price, will change the chart. But something that will definitely change this chart is the passage of time. It's time decay. So this is 22nd. Again, this is today. If I move this to tomorrow, again, this is the probability date, but this date over here is the date that we are analyzing. So if I move this to tomorrow, you can see here that the break-even point, this red line over here, when this line touches that 0 line, it marks with a red thing. This is the break-even, and this is the break-even here. So you see here that this gets wider. If I move more, this get even wider. So the range at the beginning was 81 to 76 and something. If I set the slices again to break even, then you see here that now I can go down to 75.06, and I can go as high as 81.38. And as you see there, something changed, right? It was here like a little bit, it just changed a little bit. This is what happens all the time. This is like a moving target. If I set slices again to current plot, then it's gonna align it again, but it changes. So that is why I feel that, or that I think that this is useful, because it kind of gives you the range where your stock should be, because if something changes, either implied volatility or the stock price or time itself. Something else you can do with this, if you go to 22nd, again this is today, and I want to plot another line here that is going to tell me how the break-even point or the curve is going to look different in a later date. I can do there's several. I encourage you to play with these things, but if I just set this option date, and again, as I was saying, that there are other options. You can day step it, you can do other things, but this second option here, the date, what it's going to do is that it's going to plot this date, 25th. As you can see here, it's just plotting the same line, the 25th, and it's plotting the 22nd as well. And just to prove this, if you go to the 25th, you see that you have just one line, because the 25th here is the same that the 25th here, so it's just one line. So this is just showing you the difference and how the break-even point is going to move forward, right? And as I was saying here, you have other options. For example, you can day step it. If you day step that there, for example, you put like 4 days or something, and you step this on like every 2 days. So you have multiple days here, and every 2 days it just jumps every 2 days and plots different lines here. I honestly don't think this is very useful, because I don't see much of a chart here. I don't see much value in this thing, but if you do, then just you can use it. For me, I prefer to see like just what the date is today, and maybe what is going to be at the expiration, and then kind of see what is my range of action. So yeah, that's it. That's what the Analyze tab does.